side portion of history. Roach absolutely pinpoint with this one, and Rodrigo Iskra, usually so meticulous in the air, just bats it into touch.
He climbed so high there. Absolutely flew, didn't he? But I think he touched it and it went into touch. It's going to be an Ireland line out. This is good territory for them to launch. Harry McNulty will run this, and then they'll launch it out the back through Brian Mullen, who's standing at first receiver. Jordan Conroy giving them the wheels on the edge. They'll try and get him in the game early.
McNulty sends it swiftly back down to Roach, but look at Mateusz Osadczuk, rested this morning, so fresh legs for the recent Argentinian skipper. He slams the door shut there in defence, flying up, blocking the pass out to the speedsters, out wide. Now they get it through the hands, Roach, and then on through Conor O'Sullivan, and then this is Gavin Mullen. He's got Conroy for company, but he's also got Tobias Wade affecting the tackle. We'll come back.
It's a nice long advantage from Adam Leal. Adam Leal coming all the way back to this near side. Argentina slowing it down at ruck time.
Doesn't really need any further billing. This is a top of the table clash. Argentina win, the league title is theirs. If Ireland win, then it gets a little bit juicier, because they will need to win the whole thing and hope that Los Pumas do not surpass 6th place.
Love to know how much the Irish boys have thought about this, and when they saw this matchup at this stage of the comp, their mouths must have just salivated that bit more. Well, a couple of very experienced heads. James Topping, Santiago Gomez Cora.
Well, it was two captains battling in the Singapore skies there, but it was McNulty who won it, and now it's with Mullen, and here is Conroy. Man with pace to burn, but Argentina have been imperious on the deck. A show of raw physicality against Canada earlier on, and it's coming up trumps against Ireland now.
Smart work from Murray, getting straight over the ball. First base lost, but Ireland there. And the first matchup as well, Conroy versus Ithro, and that was the result of it. Conroy being put right at Murray's feet, and he got right low over that ball, hands on it, always so important. What a great matchup, Conroy, Iskra. Wow.
Benches are pretty tasty too. We've got Gonzalez Rizzoni lurking, wearing 11 for the Argentines, and Terry Kennedy wearing 1 for Ireland. Argentina spreading it coast to coast, but then a little fixing run from Wade, and he carries hard into Mullen, who swings him through the washer, dumps him down. Penalty goes the way of the league leaders.
Mullen penalising the tackle, his arm coming up over the shoulder, so that's a penalty. And Argentina are going to go for the scrum. And the nous of Gaston Revol, just letting the referee know they're going to set this, bring some defenders in from Ireland, create some space for the danger men. And will we get a repeat of that 1v1 on the width?
Ireland leading the penalty count so far for the weekend, and Argentina at the other end of the scale, squeaky clean with just 5 to their name. Discipline could prove seismic here as Revol pops it in and then heads with a little sniff down the blind side, but the pass to his skipper doesn't stick. Knock on. We'll have a scrum in almost an identical spot, but this time it's Ireland who will feed it.
Oh, it was a smart play down the short side. Revol trying to feed it back inside to Santi Alvarez, a pre-planned move through the traffic. Alvarez just couldn't hold it. I think there was anything in his way. Just couldn't gather it, took his eyes off it. He's probably a little bit rusty, coming back after a little bit of a break since LA. Experienced head though, Santi Alvarez.
Set.
In and out swiftly, it needed to be, such as the power of that Pumas pack. And Ireland gallop into open territory. Roach onto Mullen, he's got Conroy. It's that match-up with Iskra again. You can feel everyone here in the National Stadium just leaning imperceptibly forward in their seats. That head-to-head is blockbuster. Here now is O'Sullivan, ball in 2 hands, fixes Osadczuk. Wise to the move with Schultz, playing in his 6th tournament in Singapore. Trio of tries already to his name. Roach drops it to his laces, sends it high and skittling, and Iskra finds himself on litter-picking duty. Roach to beat. The tackles rain in, and Argentina's turn to exit. We've gone end to end here, but still a deadlock. Tense as you'd expect. Wade just scampering through the clutches, and he spots a little bit of open space in front of him. He's got Conor O'Sullivan for company. But in the end, he just eases clear. And it's Argentina who strike first in this seismic quarter-final tussle.
Well, it's a lovely time for Tobias Wade to open his try count here in Singapore. Shakes off the tackle, and then he just had the wheels, put the hammer down, dropped the gear, and accelerated all the way in. Kind of from nothing. You take him.
Well, it was one of the toughest of possible conversions, so it remains a 5-pointer, but that man watching on there, the beating heart, Mitch, of this programme. Look at everything that he's achieved as a captain, as a player, as a coach. The accolades speak for themselves, but over the years, he's been such a presence in your career. Just speak about this man.
He's taken Argentina on such a steady build over so many years, not only while he was playing, but especially as a coach. I used to watch videos of him with his kicking game, some of the best out there. So I learned a fair bit off him. Couldn't do it half as well as he could, but...
Just wait till he's down.
Santi the sorcerer. And watching on now as Ireland look to respond. 40 seconds remaining of the half, just the 5 points in it. Mullen out to Roach. Here is O'Sullivan, still probably sucking air into his lungs after chasing back. The carry from the other O'Sullivan, Aaron. McNulty, the skipper, reaching all the way down with that lanky frame to free his hands and in turn free Mullen. Kicks it through and just look at the pace of Jordan Comroy. The gather is delectable, and it's drop your popcorn stuff from the Irishman.
Well, Conroy's come back to the party, and he's announcing himself. He's calling it there. You can see he comes flat. He's calling for it. He sees the backfield space because he knows he's got the pace. And sure enough, it pops up right on cue.
We were talking about the footballing skills of Gomez Cora. How about that through the midfield, just cleaving the Argentinian defence. And as the conversion sails over, it's Ireland who hit the front. And we'll pause for a moment in this enthralling, intriguing, highest of stakes quarter-final. Quarter-final of them all, because it's not just the spot in the Final Four at stake, it is the league title. 8 points in the standings, the difference. And Argentina on the brink of history. If only they can find a way past these mean green Irish machines. Terry Kennedy is on in those bright orange boots. Back at the summit of the season try scoring standings. But as we heard the Irishman discussing during the break there, they've got to stop giving Argentina sniffs at ruck time, because steals like that are far too common. And they're pretty good at scoring off them too. Iskro awaits on the open side and decides to take matters into his own hands. Takes a duo of green jerseys to bring him down. There's the pop pass up to Joaquin Perlandini, who is on. Kennedy with the tackle. Argentina biding their time. To the open side they go. It's a chug from Thomas Alisalde, but the ball squirts out and up and it's knocked on. Scrum advantage for Ireland to play with. Oh, and he couldn't stop the man he was chasing down a little bit earlier on. But O'Sullivan rips it, flips it, and Terry Kennedy will streak away. And Ireland will not relinquish this opportunity without an almighty fight.
And of course, it's the man TK. This is where it originated, loose from Argentina on the offload. They had a series of rucks up until that point, and it's Conor O'Sullivan makes the break. And I tell you what, this is a smart call. Give it to the man outside you. It's Terry Kennedy. And in a brilliant subplot, the guy who's now at the top of the try-scoring charts for this year over Marcus Minetto, who isn't here for Argentina, extends the lead for Ireland in this one.
Time off.
Up goes the flag and up goes the Irish tally. 14 plays 5 as the Leprechauns watch on. Right at the top and not done yet. 5 minutes remain. There's 2 scores in it, but that's the first job done. Restart reclaimed. Osadsuk tracking it up. In comes Wade, batted backwards. Luciano Gonzalez Rizzoni has entered the fray. Beats the first defender, manages to get the offload away. Wade up and on to Alvarez, the captain, whose return has given such a shot in the arm to this Argentinian setup. Here comes the Pumas' resident wrecking ball. The closest thing South America has to Godzilla. And here they come, Perlandini on to Isgro, the World Player of the Year. Just about clung onto scraps of blue and white jersey. The difference there as Kennedy clings to his man. Ireland have managed to turn that into a scrum.
He rocked past you.
As McNulty gets to his feet.
This is brilliant from Harry McNulty. So powerful. You see he's on the floor there, but he pops straight back up, wins the head battle, which gets the body height under. He's just making a mess of it. Is it legal? Who knows? But in these ones, you've just got to make it look like you're winning the contest. And he gets the reward, forced to knock on from Argentina. Ireland back with possession, and we've seen it time and time again from them. When they've got the ball, it's hard to get it back off them, and they will steer this game now that they're in the lead.
Crouch! Bind!
Tardis on at 9, he's going to feed Kennedy, who's still got fresh legs, only came on at half-time.
Ireland looking to enact their precise, accurate, disciplined, territorial management game. As I said, we have seen it time and again, but there's a bit of razzle-dazzle left in this team too, as there's an almighty kick chase on Kennedy, absolutely flooring it, 10 on 10, as he stops Wade. Isgro snatches it, shapes to go quickly, clear out from Gonzalez Rizzoni, advantage, he's come off his feet, given Ireland the free hit that they need here. Conroy on the wing, gets the offload away, but that might just have been knocked on by Matteo Graziano. He's shown yellow, and it's Groundhog Day for Argentina, who went down to 6 men against Ireland in Los Angeles and paid the price.
Well, this is it. Conroy tiptoeing down the touchline. There's the stray hand. Graziano's big old mitt knocking the ball forward. That's always a yellow in this game. He's going to sit this bit out. 2 minutes there. That has just made the uphill battle for Argentina get that much steeper in the next 3 minutes.
Gomez Cora watches on, implacable. 2 scores in it. 2 minutes left on the Sinmin, 3 minutes left of the match. Match into which Argentina inarguably arrived as favourites. Daring to dream, perhaps, of a first league win. And oh, look at that! Billy Dardis, fresh onto the field and scorching over the whitewash. They are determined to be Puma party poopers.
Well, Billy Dardis, what a servant he's been to the Irish programme. Not featured a huge amount this season, but he deserves that. He's been there from the very beginning, the very depths of European sevens, and now sitting second in the standings. And here they are knocking over the top dogs.
Converts his own with a banana of an effort, curving back in through the uprights. The gap now 16 points, as Argentina, with 6 on the park, needs some possession.
Real good use of the extra man there. It's really hard to defend that far out, that close to the line with 6.
Isgro smashes it towards Dardis, who gathers, and now this is Kennedy swerving and weaving, and up it goes towards Jack Kelly. Alvarez flew from the line to make the tackle. Argentina, scrum advantage.
No, it's just a scrum. Don't make it a penalty. Don't make it a penalty, either of you. It's just a scrum, just a scrum.
You can tell how high the stakes are now.
Do you think it's a little bit tense, Claire?
Just a smidge.
Tell you what, Jack Kelly did a really good job though, of just killing that ball after the knock-on. Everyone else kind of stopped, but
it looked like it went 10 to me.
Jack Kelly just pounced on it to make sure that no one from Argentina went the length. Really smart work from him, coming back into this squad as well.
We're going. They'll tell me when he's back on. Let's go. Thank you then. He's on.
How good is he? Cristiano Gonzalez Rissoni is just baffling, really, how he does some of the things he does. We still haven't figured it out, and we've been watching it for years now.
Just does what he wants. And you can tell exactly what they're going to do here, because they've left him out of the scrum, despite him being one of the forwards. And now there's Isgro, with their agent of chaos trailing behind him. Back onto the field now is Graziano, one of the youngsters of this squad. Served his time on the flimsy plastic chair to the sidelines, and now Alvarez with Isgro to the outside. Uncharacteristic mistakes. You can tell how high the tension is out there. Perlandini up and on. Wade now. Shipped on to Alvarez, and Ireland happy to just take hard at Puma's shoulders and just soak this all up defensively. They know that time is going to be the enemy of the Pumas,
Up the ball.
who have the ball back. There's nothing they can do with it now, not when Ireland are turning it over like that.
Simultaneous with the ball.
Ireland have done it. They have rained all over Argentina's parade in a gutsy green torrent, which will make us all wait one day more to find out who will be crowned league winners for 2024. If they can win here in Singapore and Los Pumas can't do better than 6th, then they will have thwarted Santi Gomez Cora's men in the tensest of sprint finishes.